Welcome back to this edition of Eyes on the Tiger Channel 97 News.
We come to you today from just outside the OHS library, and here's what you'll see on today's show.
We take a look at two Maitri Band students and one member of Color Guard who are looking forward to a busy summer.
We investigate what students are cooking up in their chemistry classes.
And we go shopping for a prom dress.
We'll have all that and much more on today's edition of Eyes on the Tiger Channel 97 News.
And it all starts now. Welcome back to Eyes on the Tiger Channel 97 News. I'm Alex Phillips.
And I'm Katie Leaker. 3 OHS students recently returned from the FCCLA state competition.
Here's more on how they did. FCCLA is a successful club here at Oakville.
So FCCLA stands for Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. It's a nationally recognized leadership organization where we come together. A lot of the focus at school has been on a little bit of like community service. They do the Presidents for Paws.
The 3 competitors are preparing for state, which happened over spring break.
I am in fashion construction this year, and it's the senior category. Basically what I did is I made a dress, and I present the dress to a room full of judges.
So basically I made like a 25-page portfolio investigating a career. So I want to be a high school history teacher. So I had to do a bunch of different things, like look at the job outlook. I had to interview some of my teachers, like provide examples of schoolwork, and then also like make a plan for my future and how I am going to achieve this career. I got a perfect score at regionals, not to brag, but
Congratulations to all the competitors at state for all placing silver. With Rachel Worley behind the camera, I'm Alex Phillips for Channel 97 News. This has been a year of recognition for one of our well-known staff members.
And she just picked up another honor. Here's the story.
Pam Frederich has been a very familiar face around OHS.
I've been a nurse for Melville School District for 23 years, and I've been at Oakville High School since 2005. I think people get confused that a school nurse doesn't do anything but put Band-Aids on, but we do a whole lot of education in here. One thing that is really important to me is that when my students graduate from high school, they are able to advocate for themselves. They're able to realize when they need to go to a doctor and what kind of things they need to tell the doctor, that they can take care of their basic health needs without another adult.
Nurse Pam has devoted much of her time to working with diabetic students.
I started a group called Diabetic Corner back in 1998, my first year at Oakville Middle School. Between Oakville Middle School and Woolwind, I had 11 students that were diabetic. I had a student that came from the parochial setting that was diabetic and didn't know anybody in the middle school. And so I formed this group as a way for her to meet other students with the same health concern.
Nurse Pam is being recognized for her hard work. She has been named winner of the Outstanding Service Award of a School Nurse from the Missouri Association of School Nurses.
I'm extremely honored by this award because it's from my peers for the in the state of Missouri.
Nurse Pam will receive her award at the recognition dinner on April 6th. With Aaron McCrander behind the camera, I'm Colin O'Shea for Channel 97 News.
Congratulations to Nurse Pam, and thanks for all you do for the students at OHS.
Here's a story about someone who is also trying to help others.
So this semester in CAPS, we're doing a passion project where we had to choose a cause or organization that was passionate to us. Personally, I chose the VA St. Louis healthcare system because my brother's currently serving in the military, and there's 3 components to the project. We have to volunteer, educate, and spread awareness. I'm volunteering at the VA, so I help patients, like I transport them to their appointments. So for example, last Friday, I actually took a patient down to his prosthetics appointment. And then for educate, we have to educate at least 50 people on our cause. So the Veterans Awareness Donation Drive starts March 25th and goes until April 5th. And in the A&Ps, there are donation bags where students can bring in personal hygiene items that include toothbrushes, toothpaste, mini shampoos and body washes, floss, Q-tips, and other personal items. So throughout that period of time, I'm hoping the student body will pitch in and just donate spare items that they have laying around.
The Veterans Awareness Drive will last until April 5th. Bring personal hygiene items to your A&P so you can help veterans in need.
All right. Coming now.
Welcome back to WXYZ, America's #1 music station. Now before you put that foot on the gas, listen up, because we have some important things to tell you about distracted driving. Studies show that 75% of fatal teen car crashes do not involve drugs or alcohol. In fact, at least 1 in 4 of all car collisions involve phone use. So be sure to mute your devices and leave them out of sight. But it's not just the phones that are the problem. There are many different distractions that can occur while behind the wheel, including fixing your hair, loud music, and eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So fix those mirrors, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. And now for some smooth jazz.
Here now is a story about members of our marching band program who have a big opportunity ahead of them this summer.
This summer, 3 OHS students are taking marching band to the next level.
DCI stands for Drum Corps International, and it's basically a non-profit organization that's related to giving members of marching bands across the U.S. an option to perform professionally and to perform across the country.
Adam Zapp has a year of experience marching with the Spirit of Atlanta Drum and Bugle Corps.
When I marched with Spirit last year, it was definitely by far one of the best summers I've ever had in my life. I got to put together a really great show that I can look back on and I can be very proud of.
But this year, he and Miles Lawson will march together.
Miles and I received contracts in the Cavaliers Drum and Bugle Corps. They're based out of Rosemont, Illinois. Miles and I decided to go to the Chicago Audition Experience Camp. We met up at Rosemont Elementary School, and we really put our names out there and put ourselves out there. And because of that, I think that's why we got our contracts at the first camp.
Last year the Cavaliers placed 6th place at World Finals, and hopefully this year we're going to do a lot better because we got some talent in the horn line, which is really good. It's always been a dream of mine to be part of a drum corps. Since I started marching band, I started watching drum corps videos on YouTube, and I just thought that would be really amazing to be a part of that.
Color Guard member Helen Telko received a contract from the Academy Drum and Bugle Corps in Tempe, Arizona. Being in a corps takes the entire summer.
Band camp starts May 24th, and then competitions start about a month later, and it goes all the way till August 10th.
But the time commitment isn't the only change from a high school to professional marching band.
It's on a larger scale, so there's that, and then it's also a lot more competitive and harder.
Overall, it's definitely a lot more responsibility. There's definitely a lot more accountability in some instances, and it's definitely a lot harder on the body.
Being in a drum corps is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I'm most excited to just have fun being good, being a part of a group of people that love what they do. I want us to sound the best and look the best, and I'm excited to strive for that.
I just remember being, a sophomore in high school and going to my first ever drum corps show, and it really changed me for the rest of my life, because when you stand in front of those different horn lines and you hear the power and you just see how dedicated and determined every single member is, it's insane. I think that's what inspired me so much to do it in the first place. I wanted to be a part of something that was bigger than myself. And to say that I'm part of something bigger than myself now, it's an honor.
With Christina Meyer and Duncan Burden, I'm Nathan Gallup for Channel 97 News.
Hey, Alex, have you been in the science hallway lately?
Yeah, I heard that the chemistry class have been doing something different. Let's check it out.
We are doing a s'more lab.
We are making bath bombs for teachers around the school.
We're using food labs to better explain stoichiometry.
We talked with Mrs. Dutcher to see how she came up with the idea.
I was sitting at a project-based learning training, and they were encouraging us to come up with our next project-based unit. And so I knew stoichiometry and the solutions units were coming up for Honors Chem, so I was trying to think of something that could fit there. And I had thought about soap for a little while. That's something I know people can do with that. But then I thought about bath bombs because that's a little bit more relevant.
We said goodbye to Dutcher's class and went to Traxler's.
One of the things that we're looking at in chemistry right now is stoichiometry. Stoichiometry, what I call the business end of chemistry, is looking at if I have recipe ingredients and I want to put them together to make a final product, which things can I figure out are going to be limiting for me, and which things are we going to have excess of. So with s'mores, it's an easy way to show which things we can limit and which things are going to be in excess when we make something, and the kids get something that's fun to eat when they're finished. In our honors chemistry class right now, what we're doing is a series of recipes that I send home for the students to work on in small groups. They have to produce a video. And then from the video, they show and answer all the questions that I've posed to them. They show them making the substance, and then we have all the students on one day bring their project in. We were able to enjoy their products.
With Ben Metz and Selma Vukovic behind the camera, I'm Isabella Worthland for Channel 97 News.
Hey Katie, what did you do over spring break?
I went to Alabama. What about you?
I went to Florida. Let's check out what other students did over spring break.
Hey, it's Sam and Allison coming at you from Lambert Airport. We're en route to Riviera Maya, Mexico. Stay tuned.
I hope everyone had a fun and safe spring break.
Now let's check out what's happening in spring sports.
Hi, I'm Jacob Moreland, and this is your Spring Sports Roundup. Lacrosse has had a tough beginning of the season due to a hard schedule. Sophomore Sydney O'Brien has been on a tear, scoring 22 goals and leading the area in goals scored category this year. Water polo has been off to a good start with a 1-1 record. Junior Jack Tallarico is the leading scorer with 6 goals. Girls soccer started off their season with an 8-1 win over Fox. They are 1-0 and they play in the Parkway Showcase this weekend. Baseball has gotten off to a 3-5 record. They improved their record with a 7-6 win over Fox on Tuesday.
Hey Alex, you know prom is right around the corner.
I know, but I'm so stressed. All my friends already have their dresses.
Oh, we can help you with that.
We're here at Prom and Beyond to help Alex find her prom dress.
Kind of lower it.
I think it'd be better if it's like glossy. Yeah.
saying yes to the dress.
I'm saying yes to the dress. Well, that wraps up this edition of Channel 97 News. We hope you join us next time for Around OHS on April 5th.
If you would like to see more of our content and stay up to date at what's happening at Oakville, make sure to visit myohsonline.com.
You can even bookmark it on your browser so you can check it out anytime you'd like. We post news stories all the time.
Thank you for joining us, Oakville. I'm Katie Leaker.
And I'm Alex Phillips. And remember, Oakville, keep your eyes on the Tigers.